Hello and welcome to the Dead Air Dudes. I'm Izzy.
I'm Raka. Hello, Deader Dudes Nation. And we are at the eve
On the
of
precipice. On the precipice.
precipice. Izzy's favorite word, well, second favorite word, I can't tell you his first, of the New York City famed comic book convention, New York Comic Con.
NYCC in the house. Yes, we're welcome to NYCC New York Comic Con week 2022. Today it is Tuesday, October 4th. Festivities start on Thursday, October 6th. Okay, now we're going to give you a kind of a survival guide that we've, I guess used or learned in the past. I've been going to the process of, I think, 2012, maybe even a little earlier than that. In its current iteration, NYCC has been around since 2006. Since I think Reed Pop took over. Before that, it used to be a smaller venue. Now, if you guys don't know, by all accounts, at last track, I think as of 2019, when they made a big deal about this, New York Comic Con is the biggest convention in the US as far as people. I think at one point it reached 260,000. Is that could that be correct?
That sounds about right. Now you will get some naysayers who might argue about San Diego. Now, me having been to both can tell you that it's different. Although you can't hold a candle to the Jacobs Javits Center. It's enormous, ginormous. And if that wasn't enough, they opened a whole new building.
Yeah, now
not a plan, not a tent, a freaking building with what, 4 floors?
Yeah, I think it's 4 floors. The issue that Jacob Javits and New York NYCC had was the fact they weren't big enough to hold the amount of people. Now, I still think that San Diego is bigger as far as size, but attendees, NYCC was, at least at last count, was slightly bigger. Now, if you guys or gals know anything different, let us know in the comments, of course. Now, we're gonna quickly skim right past the main guest list of anime, comic books, entertainment or media, gaming, and literary. And then we're going to get into some of the panels. Raka has that information. And we're going to give you guys the survival guide. Okay. I'm going all 4 days. Now, bear with me for a second. I'll pull out my credentials. This here is the 4-day pass to New York Comic Con. Okay. They usually do like this. This one has The Rising of Shield Hero Season 2. It's a RFID pass, which they scan when you come in and when you come out. That being said, let me give you, for all you newcomers and first-time attendees, the show hours are as follows. On Thursday, 10 to 7, this is the show floor. Friday, 10 to 7, Saturday, 10 to 7, and Sunday, 10 to 5. Now, panels and screenings go on Thursday from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Friday, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Saturday, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. And Sunday, of course, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Now, Artist Alley, where you can get commissions and signatures and autograph from your favorite artists, comic book artists, and all kinds of media artists. That in previous years closed up. They opened up from 10 to 8. All right. Now they ask you to leave, but they don't really, go crazy kicking you out unless you.
Well, and then this is very important for those that are veterans, already, but for anybody who's new, whatever, you must activate your card before you attend.
And why is that, Rocco?
Because then you get denied at the door. Then you have to be fiddling around your phone to try to activate it. You're in the middle of the line. There's going to be a bunch of screaming cosplay guys behind you waiting. What the hell is a holdup? And there's New York City, so nobody is kind and polite.
Yes.
So,
I
make
ask
sure
you
you
to kindly and quickly step to the side in a polite manner, of course, as only New York could do. Now we could say that because we're in New York, from New York, so there you go. All right,
I'm
yeah.
just saying for your, for your
When you
sake.
go in, you pass the metal detectors, and they check your bag. So obviously, please do not bring any weapons. Not that you would, but if you do, just be wary that they will be confiscated at the entrance. Now, if you choose to bring some other stuff with you, as far as drinks or whatever, hey, good luck with that. That's what I'm gonna say.
Now, we have in the past, I don't know if sneak in is the right word, but I have been able to get in like a chocolate bar or a granola bar, some chewing gum, and maybe I can't recall if I did bring through a bottle of water or something.
Let
But
me check 1 second, Raka. The snacks and stuff like that, they are allowed inside.
yeah, so that's good. If you have some limitations, health restrictions, and whatnot, I don't think that's going to be an issue. But as you had just mentioned, in regards to your cosplay weapons,
Mm-hmm.
you can't bring in anything that looks real. So just use your sense.
Yes,
You can have like a metal sword.
Weapons, like some sort of handguns or guns in particular, please make sure they have a yellow, an orange tip, some sort of a color differentiate, because if not, yes, it will be considered real, and whatever happens.
You can check it in and you can take it, you can get it later, but you just don't want to go through the hassle. And we're trying to let you know beforehand before you get all caught up. Oh, that was a centerpiece of my whole outfit. No, make it as realistic but plastic like and not realistic as far as a real
What I've
weapon.
seen in other years, that say you have a sword, and in the sword they will wrap something up like this to show that it is
It's a fake, it's a toy, it's not, it's a prop. Okay, so now we're getting to the door. We'll have to touch on this as much as it's polarizing the world, but we have to touch on it because it is the world we live in. So the first pandemic year, 2022, obviously 20, it was canceled. Last year, it was up and running, and there were some protocols in line with guidelines across the country, which required you to get vaccinated, show proof of vaccination, go to a vaccination tent and get a wristband, and then proceed your way to the entrance of the convention. This year, they are still requiring a mask. Okay,
actually that's a face covering.
Yeah, so you have to understand
your mouth completely.
We don't want anybody, because we're fans like you. We don't want anybody being left out, or you got to run around and get a mask or be upset and frustrated. So before you go, you should know. Wear a face covering that is fitting the bill with the regulations. Make it as part of your costume as best you can and make it artistic like that. But get your face covering so that you don't have to have issues when you get through the door. You do not need to bring your vax card. You don't have to show any proof. You don't have to take a picture of it and bring it. Just wear the face covering part of your cosplay. Or if you're not wearing cosplay, just wear the face covering. Across the country, in New York City too, all these regulations have dropped, but New York Comic Con is elected to enforce the regulations stipulating you must wear the face covering.
Yeah. So now when you're eating and or drinking, you can obviously bring your face covering down. So now, I don't know how strict it will be when you get inside, but have it just in case. Okay.
And so here's the thing. I don't think for fans like you and I, it's not an issue. Now, we just want to educate a lot of people out there. There is a certain etiquette to taking pictures and video.
Yes.
You should.
Not consent.
Yes, you should absolutely, kindly, politely, just ask permission from people. May I take a picture of you? May I take video? Oh, that's really cool. You got this awesome getup. Can I? very few people are going to say no.
Well,
Okay.
that's the point.
It's a
Everybody who
fine thing
dress up,
to
they want their picture taken, obviously. So
Yeah. But as odd as that sounds, no selfie sticks are allowed. So as much as everyone and their mother is going to take video and pictures, don't bring the selfie stick. Don't be that guy or gal who gets taken down by security because you extended out your cane and you want to take a 12-foot shot.
yeah,
And don't lose your selfie stick. You could use that in the subway later, but don't take it out.
I would
use
say don't
it.
even use it in subway later. But that's for NYCC after hours.
There you go. That's at the pool party at the Hyatt. Should you get detached from your party, and this is experience me and Easy. Oh my God, can I tell you how bad we've had of a time in this one convention where we've lost each other for 3-4 hours. We're in the same freaking convention hall, but you will understand if you've never been in before how massive this place is. There is no PA system. Nobody's going to say, Rocca, you lost your child, Izzy. Please report to the main gate. And this segues into the other major question that we've been asking. We want to inform people your Wi-Fi and cellular service.
Yes.
It can be spotty. Be aware. The best thing to do, and I'm not just saying this because I'm a dad, have a single meeting point or points that you guys can meet should you get lost from each other. Meet at the freaking Reed Pop store, meet at the Marvel place, or you name it. Meet at the bathroom.
Meet at the big at the Geico Gecko in the middle of the show floor.
Okay, so they have improved Wi-Fi service. I know vendors and people who are exhibitors, they have the option to pay for the expedited, upgraded Wi-Fi service. You and I will not. So you just have your regular service. Understand, the thing is built like a concrete tornado shelter. So in slabs of thick concrete. So there's going to be spotty areas. Also, if you do go and you plan to be streaming video like we are, by the way, we're going, spot us, tell us you love Dead or Dudes, tell us what's going on Comic-Con, and we got some free merch for you.
We got sweet free swag.
Shameless plug, but I mean, not so shameless. So bring a battery. That's allowed in. I've brought that, and that has saved my butt because we're talking to fellow comic book Artist Alley independent
This
guys.
one, I mean, if you want to pay, but there's other different ones you can go. Yes, the battery is essential because
we take tons of footage and we interview everybody, and we're stopping here and we're taking pictures and we're interviewing this and we're getting video of that, and our battery's dead in a few hours. So, we have pretty decent phones. So bring a battery if you can. Trust me, if you bring a plug and a cord to charge that thing, good luck to you finding an outlet.
And if you do, there are people that have seen this who are kind enough to bring their own power strips, but it is New York. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to say.
All right. Fellow cosplayers, this is huge for you and I, because just like all of you, it is our one escape in the year, Halloween, of course, to dress up in our favorite characters. Should you suffer a cosplay injury, and I'm not saying a broken bone, okay, there are cosplay first aid stations, which is fabulous. I've used it twice in my life, where they can patch you up quickly, maybe a touch-up spray paint here, definitely glue. I'm not saying duct tape. I think they have higher level tape, but they can help you with your cosplay. And I know this because a lot of people like you and I make our own stuff. And you put all this hard work into it that sometimes, I don't know, you're rubbing against 100,000 other people, a wing gets torn, damage is incurred into your outfit, and it can bring down the whole day. So be aware there and know that there are stations around free of charge. I mean, if you want to flip them a tip or something, they can help you out and kind of get you back going and, mend your day a bit.
Yeah, there's a whole cosplay central. It's located at the River Pavilion. Okay, now you have obviously there you have a bunch of, as Raka mentioned, you have different people and different companies and different cosplayers who will gladly help. So now something that we kind of touched upon before, the food in the Javits is very expensive. If you want, say, some chicken strips and some chicken nuggets and fries, it will cost you, geez, I don't even know, $10.
Bring your American Express Blue.
They do have
$10. No, buddy, no,
well,
$10.
Well, it's been a while, but because
I
don't eat there.
a burrito for $10, and me and Easy look like a bunch of hobies on the side of the curb. But we were starving. But I mean, these $10, it's $20 for empanadas.
It was like what, like $2, 2 for 10. It was something crazy like that. It was, yeah.
Yeah.
You do have a hot dog truck right outside. I mean, hey, dirty water dogs. I mean, so good luck with that. But it is.
But inside, you're right. Inside, okay. So, not to get too discombobulated here, the main entrance is on, was it 8th Ave, right? 9th Ave.
I mean, the main entrance, the Crystal Pavilion, is on 34th and 10th Avenue.
10th Ave. Okay, 10th Ave. So once you get in there,
11th Avenue.
Once you get in there, here is where we're giving you the years and years of experience here. On the main floor, right, big lobby area, they'll have food options inside, but outside are going to be these food trucks, right? That's what Izzy mentioned. Those are the food trucks. By and large, it's better food options as far as taste and bang for your buck than inside. Inside, you have your typical $5 hot dog, which tastes like crap, and you inhale it in 2 seconds and you're pissed off.
Your $6 pretzel and your $5 popcorn.
Right, but in conjunction to the food truck alley, that's where the Cosplay Central is. So right next to it in an open space, and I think weather will be very good and cooperative this whole 4-day weekend.
Actually should be the first 2 days should be the 70s. So it actually
it could be actually quite hot in the sun. But that's where you want to take pictures and you want to show off your stuff. And then you could grab some monkeys.
Photographers there who, for a nominal fee, they'll take photographs and whatever. And people will be lounging out there and just having a good time. You have also attractions from different, I guess, companies, media outlets there, who will have, usually they have some sort of like a little house or a hut from some show, or something that you can go through and take pictures in, or I'm not sure what's going to be out there. It could be in one year.
Last year was anime. There was
it was Demon Slayer was out there. One year it was Titans. One year it was Ash vs. Evil Dead. Another year it was Brick and Battle Camino. We actually walked in, you took a picture with the car. There's a bunch of different installations. There you go, installations. And right across that, as you keep walking to the end of the Jabbets, you'll see the annex, the new building where the majority of the panels will be at.
Yeah, so as long as you have your badge, you're free to walk in. And I think they close off the street, so it's kind of like one big campus. Pretty much. You don't have to fear that you're going to get off. You got to be scanned again, whatever. You're good. You got your credentials. Don't lose your badge. And of course, these are also the stations where you have the free, the lanyard holders, that you can get some free merch and stuff. And
you swag.
Usually there are also some vendors handing out some free, we had C4 energy drinks last time. One year they had Monster, and another year they had some other new fruit drink, advertising, but you get some free merch and you get some free refreshments.
Out there, you also have, which I've seen in the last couple of years, you have porta potties out there, and you also have, if for those who like to have an adult beverage, you have little stands there with.
Well, yeah. Now, if you've listened this far, now we're going to treat you and reward you with the best bathrooms at Comic-Con.
Yes.
So, the main floor be ready to stand on the line for a wicked long time.
Yeah. on
If
the
you have
show
great
floor,
bladder control and other control, good for you. If you go to the back of Jacob Javits, so opposite that of the entrance, those lines are even worse.
Mhm.
And those bathrooms, it's like a single use. So it's not like it's a huge bathroom. You have like 20 urinals. Nope. So be ready that you don't really have to go. The main ones are there. Now we're going to tell you the secret best place to go relieve yourself. Bathroom wise.
Let's see if Rocka knows which ones I'm talking about, because there's also other ones, but let's see.
All right. So my go-to place is right on the as you go descend the escalator to Artist Alley.
Mm-hmm.
That's where there's another main food court, but also bigger bathrooms and some bathrooms that are kind of hidden. It's right down the escalator and you go right in. It doesn't, I've hardly had to wait online there.
Yeah,
Maybe 3 or 4
it's
people.
where the artist alley is, where you have the autographs and the photo ops. So downstairs, like I guess would be like the basement area. That is true. But as of last year, as of the opening of the new annex of the new building, if you can make it to the building and go upstairs, each floor has multiple bathrooms that are very clean, and they're pretty much everywhere.
Yes, that is true. That is the second secret. And I believe at that point, we were not inebriated. I want to reiterate that. But we were nice. But being nice means you had a few and you just got to go. You got to go.
Exactly.
I believe so that covers your food, your entrance, your badge, your merch, your how to get in, your cosplay, your outfits, all that stuff. Now let's get to the heart of the matter in the floor plans.
Before we get to that, let me give you a couple quick insider tips of things that you should bring. As we mentioned before, you need to bring an extra battery and or cord to charge your phone. Obviously, since it does all the people, it could get hot in there. Bring a little towel. Obviously, for all those, and I hate that I have to mention this.
A catheter?
If you need, and I know what happens. A lot of people get in there, and some people, shower very early in the morning or forget to for whatever reason. Please,
D up.
Okay, I'm sorry that I have
D
to,
up, people.
but it is true. Now, also, if you're a Funko Pop collector and you're going to purchase any,
Wait, are you?
No, I'm not. I hate these things. This now, I actually bought this last year. This is a hard plastic to hold your valuables in there. There's also
It looked like a cage for Ant-Man.
Yeah. There's also these less expensive ones that you could bring that are made out of plastic, not hard plastic, but softer plastic. Take those if you're a comic book collector, as is Comic-Con, and you don't have bags and boards, you could take a couple extra bags and boards. Of course, if you are an art collector or you get a commission, obviously, yes, you need this. And they also will have stations, or you could bring your own hard plastic sleeves, which you can protect your investment. Nice.
And you can also always bring with you like a folded up bag or something, because my experience has been not too many vendors actually supply with a bag.
Yes. Some boots do give bags, but one of the particulars is Dark Horse, and I don't think they're there this year. So,
which is odd, because we did note that last year there was tons of guys who didn't elect to go for whatever reason. Could have been pandemic, could have been resources and whatnot. But this year, I think a whole ton of absentees are back.
Which, by the way, Whatnot will be there, and they'll be giving out lots of swag. Marvel is back, and they'll be giving. We'll get into that. Let's finish up what to bring, what not to bring, and Anything else, Rocka, that, obviously you could also bring an art tube. You could do that for prints or whatever. Just roll them up, put them in,
Oh, absolutely. Because if you commission somebody to do a work or you're getting some high price merch, think about it. You're gonna blow some big bucks here. It's an investment as well as it's your thing. Don't let it go get damaged. I mean, protect it. Bring your stuff. Bring what you kind of plan ahead and think ahead. The only other last thing I would mention is, yes, you're gonna be in cosplay. You're gonna have your outfit. Bring very comfortable shoes.
Comfortable shoes. Bring
It's a lot of walking.
Tylenol if you get in. Hey, it's true. If you get in pain or whatever, or
I always thought we can make money
if you get into a scuffle. I mean,
we can make money if we open up a massage for a little parlor next to it, because I could have used my feet with some love. My dogs were hurting.
Right, and we're moving on from there.
All right. As you enter, obviously the main floor, if you're a first timer, you're going to get so mesmerized and bombarded with sensory overload.
Yes.
There's going to be lights and music and
no
displays.
way to prepare for it. And I mean, as when you hit the show floor, which, all right, what I mean by the show floor, you're gonna walk in, it's gonna be like a huge hallway, which is kind of entrance area to the Javits, and where everybody gathers and they all mill around, and the entrances to the show floor, to Artist Alley, to the panels, to the autographs or whatever. And the show floor is where every exhibitor is there. Now we're gonna get into some of the major exhibitors in the show floor. Rocka.
So that's it. Okay, so just entering in, you make a hard left and you keep going down the main hallway. That's the big show floor. And then once you get in, you're going to be hit with, to your left, Funko Pops, and it's going to have a million displays and probably a line around it. Konami is right to the right. Culturefly, Crunchyroll again to the left, and Viz to your right. And then all the way in the back, you most likely will have a display you cannot miss, will be Marvel.
Yeah.
And typically all the way left is going to be a lot of gamers. So a lot of video gamer stuff, Nintendo, PlayStation, Xbox. So they're going to have the displays. You're going to have a whole bunch of booths, and they have a whole bunch of tables set up for gamers to play. I couldn't even get into all that because that's a ticket. It's waiting online.
You have Capcom might be there. I mean, look, I'm not going to give specific names of who.
Yeah, but kind of give you a geographic area of where things are laid out.
Once you get past that, on your left, you're going to have an independent section of artists, and then past that, what's considered what the block is called. We have a lot of smaller exhibitors and independent type stuff where it's actually very cool, where you can check out people's stuff and purchase and peruse to your heart's content.
Yeah, so usually lining the whole perimeter of Comic-Con are going to be merchandise, different types of merchandise. I mean, everything you could think of, from
aisles and aisles and aisles
of costumes, jewelry, cosplay.
0 to 7,000, I think.
Yeah, I mean, nuts, good stuff, and be at your discretion of what you're going to pick up. Centrally is like the hub. You're going to find the comic books, the bookstores, Midtown Comics, all the hardcore stuff as it relates to what the convention started out as.
Pops, cosplay, costumes, TV shows. You're gonna have, as Rocka mentioned, Marvel. I think DC should have a presence down over there as well.
Yeah, in years past, there's also been, I don't think this year, but the Walking Dead had a whole block of display. Pretty impressive, but again, you wait online. I think you got to pay a fee or something to take a picture, go through the walkthrough inside. I think that's over, no pun intended, but I think it's dead. But I'm sure it's going to be, the void will be filled Again, last year was an aberration because it was the first year after COVID. There was a lot of dead space. Not really used to that.
Unintended as far as Walking
Yeah.
Dead is concerned.
But this year we don't expect it. From what all accounts, it's back in full force. Okay, so if you go down to now, you have to descend down the escalator to get to the artist alley. And again, it's going to be like Izzy said, split up into some independent artists, and they go by an ABC designation.
I do
As-
believe so. Yeah, it goes
Not alphabetical order, but like if you know somebody you're looking for,
A2, A3, A4, A5,
right?
and so on and so forth. I think it's like
You can tell from the obviously everything is online as far as if you're looking for a particular artist, where they are, they're in, row H or whatever. So you can kind of figure out. I find it more fun to just walk through the whole thing and then get captivated by artwork or somebody and kind of just at my leisure peruse through their stuff, take a minute to see what they're all about, what the storyline is, because as artists ourselves, we identify with them. And I think you guys should too. And you should keep in mind, because everyone's got to start from somewhere. Very few people just hit it big from the bat. So you never know if you're gonna find somebody who they show promise. They do stuff that you're interested in. And I am also, making a push for them. Support them. If you don't have the money, that interested, or you don't want to buy their stuff, that's cool. But please support them. Maybe take a picture, show it to your friends, whatever, because that's the only way these artists who are doing their own self-expression, doing it by themselves, get some recognition, get some movement.
those tables are not cheap, and
No,
they have to pay for them, and you don't have to get $1,000 commission from them, but getting a sticker, getting a print, getting a $5 print, getting a $10 print, getting a bookmark, whatever, getting a signature, it all helps. Some of the big artists or the bigger artists are there, that names that you would recognize. You have Amanda Conner and Jimmy Palmiotti. You have Chris Claremont of X-Men fame. You have Art Adams. You have Chrissy Zulo. You have David Finch, Donny Cates, Frank Cho, Greg Capullo, Humberto Ramos, James Tinian the fourth, as well as Worth of Deladera. Joe Quesada will be there. We can go on and on and on and on. Peach Momoko,
Yeah.
Terry Dodson, Mark Brooks, Mark Silvestri,
Yeah,
Todd McFarlane will be there.
So obviously, as you would know, some big hitters are going to be there. Again, you and I cannot just go walk to them and shake their hand. Very few places you can do that. Beforehand, you have to pay certain price. You get entrance to the panels, the exhibits, discussion floors, and all that other stuff. And you can take a look on the website and you can kind of figure out. But that we have laid out the floor plan,
Real quick,
where they
before
will
I
be.
forget, if you are going to, this is an insider tip, if you are going to get a artist commission, try to get there as early as possible. And whoever you want to hit up first, meaning whoever you want to go up to first, you get them as early as possible. If you're not going to be there the 4 days or the 2 days or the 3 days or whatever. And so therefore, A, you won't miss out. And B, you can get it on time and get a great commission. Obviously, cash is king, but obviously, please, be aware. And if you need to bring cards, just be aware, obviously.
Yeah, and because it does fill up quick. It does fill up quick, and you want to make sure that the person you want to get has time for you, because some really sought after artists, they're booked within the first 10 minutes for the entire 4 days. And those are the guys too that, bring your checkbook and bring a good sum of cash. There's ATMs there, obviously, and it's a steep surcharge, but what are you going to do? So that's why plan ahead, make sure you have it. Now, if you're new to New York as well, into the Midtown area or the West Side area, you're not without your options for food, drink, and beverage thereafter. You guys can congregate afterwards, have a drink, laugh, pictures, meet new friends, socialize, and everything. I would tell you now that around the entire, 10-block radius, everyone will be in cosplay. Everyone will gonna go after hours when things shut down, and it's just a
Plenty of
great
after hour
camaraderie.
places. There's plenty of after hour parties. I mean, check
Food,
your
beer,
local.
you name it.
Yeah. So I mean, the bottom line is have a great time. Meet as many people as you can because everyone is welcome in this great community and everyone's friendly. It's New York Comic Con. It's Comic Con
It's
week.
what it's about, you know. It should be a safe haven for everybody to enjoy their self-expression, their literature, their movie going, their fandom, everything. Make it a great time. Be respectful and be open with everybody because everybody there's in for the same thing. There's gonna be a few people there. You can spot them out who are there because this is their first time and they got handed a ticket or
Mouth is
whatever.
deep and they just
But show them love. And again, dead or dudes, comic books first. We're gonna be there. Meet us, talk to us, approach us. We
I'll
can
be
get
there
you
all
on
4 days.
camera.
Rock will be there as well. Just come up to us. We'll have
Just
the
come up to us.
shirt,
We
get
got
a,
some
get a
free
sticker,
merch.
get a hat, get whatever. Please enjoy. Obviously, there's going to be some great guests. You're going to have Oscar Isaac. You're going to have Sebastian Stan, Michael J. Fox. You're going to have the Sandman. More Morbius will be there amongst other people. So, Elvira, obviously enjoy. Have a great time. I'm Izzy.
I'm Raka. Have a blast. Meet you at the con.
Take care, guys.
See